Hi, I'm Bob Lancer, and I speak, train, and coach individuals, teams, leaders, kids on the 7 mindsets for leading your ultimate life for happiness and success. The 7 mindsets were developed by Scott Schickler and Jeff Waller. For more information about what they're doing in the schools, go to 7mindsets.com. That's the number 7mindsets.com. And you'll see that they're presenting 7 mindsets, social emotional learning curriculums to schools throughout the United States and also overseas. They've reached well over 500,000 kids with the 7 mindsets. The 7 mindsets are something that I present outside that school system. I work with youth groups, I work with corporations, and as I said, I work with individuals, teams, leaders. And what the 7 mindsets are, there's 7 ways of thinking about your situation that makes all the difference in the world. An extensive research into productivity, achievement, and happiness has demonstrated that these 7 basic mindsets are at the core of the highest levels of achievement and the highest levels of happiness. And as I present these mindsets to people, you discover that they're actually changing. Their minds expand, their energy rises, and whether it's elementary school kids, middle school kids, high school kids, adults of every walk of life, as they learn and train in the 7 mindsets, they become empowered to make the differences in the world and in their own lives that most people believe are impossible. And that's really what I'm in this for, is to free people from the limiting beliefs that they have, that they can't achieve these amazing things. And when you free yourself from that limiting belief, your joy starts to rise. And when your joy rises, that energy in and of itself brings about all kinds of fascinating opportunities. So with the 7 mindsets, they learn that everything is possible. They learn how to bring passion into everything they do. They learn how to build connections with other people that can help them get to the next level, and where they can help other people get to the next level. They learn to be 100% accountable for what happens to them and for what they want to happen in their lives. They learn to live with an attitude of gratitude, to focus on what's working, to focus on what you appreciate, to focus on what you're grateful for, including what you're grateful for about yourself. They focus on living to give. The more you give, the more you receive. By waking up every day and focusing on, what do I want to give? How do I want to change the world? What improvement do I want to make in the world? How do I want to use my gifts and talents to give and enrich and uplift other people? That brings you power, that brings you joy, that brings you success. And the last mindset is, the time is now. You always have time to take care of your top priority, and you never have time for anything else. Right now is the time to focus on your deepest intention for your life. Believe that everything is possible. Go for it with passion. Make the right connections. Let go of the connections in life that are not working. Take 100% accountability for making your dreams come true and for dropping your limiting beliefs. Focus on what's working in your life. Live to give. And now is the time to start working to make your dreams come true. That's what I'm here for. That's what I want to help you to do. That's my joy. Thank you very much. What do you think that means? You can get anything. So if everything is possible, how come sometimes people wake up in the morning and they feel depressed and discouraged? Yeah. It has nothing to do with reality, because the reality is everything is possible. What is it that you want? If you're not all fired up with passion and drive and enthusiasm, you're not in touch with reality. You're stuck in a mindset that says, well, it's going to be hard, or it's going to be difficult, or I can't do it, or they're better than me, or I don't have the support, I don't have the breaks, I don't have the people in my life who can help make it happen. Everything is possible whatever your situation is, right? But you have to think that way. You can make an excuse and say, well, some people, they're in a difficult situation. They're growing up in a really bad neighborhood, and they're going through abuse, and they have this drug selling on the street corner, and and the society's all set up against them. And you say, well, see, they're trapped. They're only trapped by their mind. Because there are people who got out of that. And there are people who can also change that. You see, you can think of a bad neighborhood and you say, oh, that's too bad, that's unfair. Or you can say everything is possible. There's a bad neighborhood, that's unfair, and I can change it. Right? The moment you stop believing you can change it, it stops changing. So the one thing, when you think everything's possible, you gotta dream your big dream. Okay? So everybody's gonna share, what's your big dream? So you go first.
My big dream is to help people become the inner clown that they are so that they can be successful and happy and help share success and happiness with others.
My big dream is to keep my grades up, to get a higher SAT score, and to go to college.
Let me ask you guys something. Anybody like the Braves? You like the Braves? You see what this guy does? You know who he is? He's the photographer for the Braves. He's like this close to Freddie Freeman. So you're around greatness right now. And his greatness vibe from all the great players he sees, it's all going into you. You're around greatness right now. The greatest players, right here, they're coming right through him. Go.
Become rich in the medical field and like show people.
Want to have different different careers. I want to be a top chef, richest person in the world, politician, and an actor.
Beautiful.
My dream is to become either a general surgeon or a forensic scientist and to help a lot of people.
My biggest dream is to become an obstetrician or a gynecologist.
Why?
Because I want to see what it feels like to go through what they have to do when they have what doctors have to do when people are having babies and stuff.
You want to bring new life into the world? Yeah, that's pretty beautiful.
I want to be a dermatologist or a pediatrician and give it to my mom.
Why? Why that?
Why pediatrician?
Yeah, why do you? What makes you want to fulfill that dream? What is it about that?
I work with children
Uh-huh.
and I want to help people have clear skin. I want to become a neonatal nurse and give back to my family, and I want to be a competitive cheerleader.
I want to be a game designer. Love the museum and to be an actor.
Okay. What's the next mindset? I mean, you said they were passionate. Okay, so what that means is you got to be passionate about what you're going for. And the way you get passionate about what you're going for is, I can tell you exactly what you're supposed to do for a living. I can tell you exactly how to identify the career that's right for you. And it's with this question. If you knew that you can make any amount of money you want, doing any job you want, as long as you work your absolute hardest at the job, what would you love to do? That's the question you ask yourself. See, because you can't work your hardest at a job you don't love. It's got to use your gifts and talents. This speaking, this is my gift and talent. I've been doing this full time my whole adult life. This is all I've ever wanted to do, right? And I'm successful, and I'm still doing it. And I love doing it. And I work hard at doing it because it's like play, right? I love playing basketball. When I play basketball with my kids, I play really hard because I love the game, right? You got to find something because you're going to have to work your hardest. But if you work your hardest, using your gifts and talents, doing what you're really interested in, you'll have the passion and the drive to get through any obstacle. That's what passion first means. So now each person is going to say, what is it in life that brings you passion? What are you passionate about? What do you care about? What are you passionate about? So you first and then pass it on.
I am passionate about feeling good and helping other people feel good.
I'm passionate about science.
I'm passionate about helping other people.
Passionate about changing the world.
I'm passionate about my future.
I'm passionate about my family and then what I want to be in the future.
I'm passionate about school and cheer.
I'm passionate about always staying positive.
I'm passionate about my game. I'm passionate about all types of science.
One of the most important principles of the We Are Connected mindset is kindness. Because how you treat another person must come back on you. Must. You could be in a group of cool people and everybody's laughing at the uncool person and maybe making her feel ashamed and embarrassed. And you think for a little while when you're putting her down that you're cool and she's uncool. I promise you, you're going to get that back. You're going to walk into a workplace one day and everybody's going to point that you were putting you down. And you're going to go through exactly what you put other people through. There's no getting away from it. Whatever you send out comes back. So you want to start today treating people kindly so that other people treat you kindly. That means if someone has an opportunity to help you, right, they're not going to help you if you have been hurting others. It's not going to work. It's not going to come through for you. Sometimes bad people seem to succeed. Sometimes they might even seem like they get into the White House. But believe me, it's coming around. It has to come around. Sooner or later, it must come around. And the longer it takes to come around, the worse it gets when it comes around. Okay? So build your relationships with people who can help you and people you can help, right? And also stay away from the relationship with people who lead you down, bring you down, put you down. But really, no matter what another person does, you want to try to be responsive in a kind way. Your relationships define your destiny. You become like those you hang out with. And if you want to go further, you got to be with people who are going further. And you got to really identify who you're hanging out with and what kind of influence they're having on you. Because you become like those you spend time with. You got to choose your relationships based on what relationships bring you up. And you got to walk away from the relationships that bring you down. And you know the people who are trying to bring you down, who put you down, who make it harder to believe in yourself. You tell them you're going for a dream and they go, you? Right? That's not for you. You got to stay away from people like that. And you start building relationships with people who you can help and people who can help you to get to where you want to go. Very important. Relationships are key. The name of the game is power. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to be powerful to make it in life. You're going to have a lot of things that go against you. And those things that go against you, you can relate to it like you're in a gym, right? And the heavier the weight I pick up, the stronger my muscles become, right? The heavier the weight I pick up, so the heavier the challenges you take on. If you take them with 100% accountability, you say, yeah, this is a tough challenge. Yeah, maybe I just lost somebody I love. And I'm feeling depressed and discouraged and I don't have what it takes. I don't want to focus. I don't want to study. I don't want to work. I don't want to hang out with some good friends. I don't want to have good experiences. I just feel like moping around. And you get up and you walk forward and you go through the storm. It makes you stronger. And stuff that's going to happen to you that would make other people give up is going to make you grow up. In life, you have two choices. You can give up or grow up. When you're feeling down, and listen closely to this, when you're feeling down, it's not because of what's happening to you. It's because of how you're looking at it. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling insecure, if you're feeling worried, it's not because of what's going on. It's because you're focusing on what's going wrong instead of focusing on what's going right. would you make yourself unhappy? Because we think that the way we get happy is if good stuff happens to us, but we learn that we get happy when we focus on what we appreciate, what we're grateful for, what we like, right? So if you think about something that you're most grateful for, how's that going to make you feel?
Good.
Okay, so what does your happiness depend upon? What happens to you or what you focus on?
What happened?
What you focus on. Now look, what happens? What happens first? Success or happiness?
Happiness.
Why?
Because happiness brings you success.
Because when you're happier, you're more powerful, you're more positive, you're more attractive. Your thinking works better. You get to see what's going on, what can help you. You become more perceptive. You recognize the opportunities in the moment, and you can seize them when you're happier. But most people say, well, I'll be happier when I make $1 million, or I'll be happier when I get a new friend, or I'll be happier if I move to another house, or I'll be happier if I pass the test. But we learn the opposite. You'll pass the test when you get happier. When you stay focused. How do you get happier? You focus on what you're grateful for. You remember everything is possible. So as soon as somebody says, you say, well, I want to be a big movie actor. And they say, it's not going to happen. You say, I got the mindset of everything is
Possible.
That's right. And you know you can make it if you really want to make it. Right? And you know that your life is going to be better if you bring passion and motivation to every single moment. Right? How do you do that? How am I bringing passion and motivation into this moment? How is it happening? Will everybody stand up? Stand up. Stand up. Move to this beat. Move to this beat. Get into the groove. Come on. Move to this beat. Now chant. Of how most people are. You know why most people in the world are broke? Did you know that? Did you know that most adults are broke? Did you know that? Financially they're broke? And they're also emotionally broke? You know how many adults and kids are like psychiatric medication because they're depressed and discouraged and they got all these ADHD or whatever they want to call it, bipolar, depression, anxiety, all this kind of stuff, right? Because there's a fundamental mistake in the way people think. People think that the kid who receives the present on Christmas is happier than Santa Claus, who gives the present. And they're wrong. See, people think, I'll be happier if somebody gives me more. But what we have discovered, scientifically discovered, is that you'll be happier, more successful, if you give more. When you give, it comes back to you. Remember we talked about that we are connected. How you treat other people, it's going to come back to you. The more you give, the more life is going to give to you. It's people who are like, give me this and give me that wind up with poverty. And they say, why am I poor? Because they're focusing on, I need. Instead of saying, what can I do to help you? Can you imagine a homeless person looking on the street, seeing a piece of trash, picking it up and putting it in the trash can? So that the people who are walking by have a nicer environment? That would come back to him. But he wasn't raised with the mindset of living to give. He thinks he's helpless. He thinks he has nothing to give. He thinks you have to give to him. He thinks you have everything, he has nothing. But we always have something we can give. Time, energy, skill, sometimes money. The more helpful you are, the more you give, the more you focus on giving, the more you will receive. right? The more you focus on getting, the more you will lose. Fear anything, because you live to give the best self you are. You're here to liberate people and inspire people and empower people, but it starts at home. You can't be a positive influence in the world and go home and be mean to your wife or your husband and your kids. It starts at home, where we bring the 7 mindsets to home, where we deal with our child behavior problem. We say, well, he failed the test, but everything is possible. Right? Well, he failed the test. Let's see, how do we stir his passion? How do we get him to believe in himself? And let's go out as a family. Let's go to the zoo. Let's do something as a family. Let's get this kid connected to his passion. We are connected. Who can we connect with to help? Who can we reach out to get help? Maybe we can connect this kid to the 7 mindsets training. 100% accountable. How my child does is a product of how I do. How do I do a better job of life? What do I have to stop doing? What do I have to do less of to fulfill my great potential? I'll tell you one thing you have to do less of. You have to stop doubting yourself. Self-doubt is death. You have to stop doubting. There's a little voice inside your head that says, nah, not you. You can't do it. No, you're not doing it good enough. No, you're not this enough. You're not that enough. No, you're not enough. And that's the voice you never listen to. That's the voice you let go of. You live to give. And the more you give empowerment and enthusiasm and hope to other people, the more you receive, the more empowered you are. Now for the last message. What time is it? No, the time is now. The time is now. What do you say?
The time is now.
Say it again.
The time is now.
Okay, everybody stand up. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I want you to raise your right hand like this, pointing to the sky. I want you to raise your left hand like this, pointing to the ground. Repeat after me. The time is now.
The time is now.
Do my thing.
Do my thing.
The time is now.
The time is now.
Be my best.
To be my best.
The time is now.
The time is now.
To make this moment.
To make this moment
Count.
now.
I am filled with purpose.
I am filled with
I
purpose.
am filled with passion.
I am filled with passion.
Now just be quiet for a moment. Just imagine how you want your life to be. Say it like this. Close your eyes. Imagine how you want your life to be. Imagine how you want your life to be and know it's possible. Commit to it now. How you want your life to be. Okay, everybody.
Your hopes and dreams remain as dreams. Without hope, you aren't in the race. Remain discouraged and lose slow pace. Anything is possible with effort and passion. All you need to do is put it in action.
Your actions are your action, and your insecurities are your enemies. Don't let the things you will despise because your dreams are not alive. Don't let your mind deceive your life because your dreams will see your prize. Believe you will achieve and achieve. You have to believe.
That's whole time.
We think you can do it. You work, get it done.
Okay.
Everything is possible. You just have to believe.
Okay.
If you don't believe at all, then you won't achieve. Believe in your dreams unless they won't come true. Everyone can do it. That includes you. Because we can't sing at all.
Is that it?
Yeah.
100% accountable. That means any obstacle that I come to is not insurmountable. And if it's next, wait, hold up. Keep going. Alright. And if I think it is, it's on me, no Nintendo. The mood's never down like a crescendo. Me and my team King Sacramento. What I do is completely my decision. Like a pair of glasses, we got the vision. Stay successful, we have ambition. Our accountable mindset, got counting up the digits. Counting them up like a mathematician. Hard so hard, you'll praise them like religion. If you hurt us, you know you'll be forgiven. Always an accountable mindset is our tradition.